Yes, it's almost Halloween. And what guitar would be more fitting than this guitar? Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, it will pop up for you and send you a notification that I've posted a new video. So yeah, this is one of those guitars I've wanted since I was a kid, since I was watching docking videos, the Dream Warriors video, the Breaking the Chains video, It's Not Love, all the way up until the Souls of We video, which was one of George's newer bands, Skeleton Key. This is the guitar that's used in all those videos, and this is a ESP J Frog Bones guitar. And this was made by the amazing Christopher Woods, who makes all of the Bones bodies these days for George. So if you buy a Mr. Scary Guitars Bones guitar, the body is made by Christopher Woods, who's the guy who made this one. So this is the closest real deal you are going to find next to buying one of the original very few that ESP made back in the day with J Frog. This is the nicest incarnation by the best guitar maker. And this is just the best version of this guitar you can buy next to the original run that came out of this guitar. You know, there have been a lot of these guitar manufacturers who have built versions of this guitar. You see a lot of the Chinese fake guitars that kind of look very cartoonish. There was even a USA built run of, I don't know if it was 40 or 100 of them that were licensed to Ed Roman back when he was around and making guitars. Ed's group made a line of them, and I guess paid some kind of licensing fee to make them, or they probably didn't, knowing that guy's reputation. But even those guitars were very, very cartoonish, and the finishes on them were very shiny. There's one on Reverb right now that looks like a Jeff Dunham puppet, and it's very shiny, and it looks like a Chinese knockoff, even though it's actually a USA made guitar. It's just the way that they made them wasn't the correct way. And Chris makes this guitar the correct way, and all the way down to the detail. I mean, look at the skull on this thing and the bones. It's even got a gold tooth. All the bones are painted the way that they are supposed to. The fingers come out on the bottom, or the knuckles, as he referred to them when I was talking to him the other day. And yeah, it's got the knuckles on the bottom there. Original Floyd Rose, Seymour Duncan pickup, really thick rosewood fretboard that's really dark and really awesome. And ESP logo and J Frog logo. I will tell you, it doesn't matter where you get one of these things from. The back of them are not very appealing, so we're not even going to look at that today. The original guitars and the ones that Chris make look kind of like a Strat on the back, and they're just painted like a flat black. There's really nothing to them, but it's a really heavy guitar, so I don't want to go flipping it around here on the stand while we're making a video. Speaking of the weight, it's like the heaviest Les Paul you've ever picked up in your life. I'm actually about to weigh it here in a few minutes because I'm really curious to see how much it weighs. No secret, I buy, fix up, resell, flip, whatever you want to call it, guitars. I do have this guitar on Reverb for every penny of what it's worth, and I could care less if anybody buys it. If they don't, this will stay in my private collection forever, because this is one of those guitars I wanted my entire life and was my dream guitar as a kid. I would draw pictures of this guitar on my notebooks at school. So yeah, this is a George Lynch ESP J Frog, and it is custom built by Christopher Woods, who does an amazing job with it. This one has a coffin case. I mean, how more fitting would a case be for this guitar than a coffin case? And it looks really cool laying inside the coffin case. I took it to my tech, Jake, and he took care of some fret ends that were sticking out a little bit on it. The guitar was down in Florida, and I think the neck shrunk up on it a little bit. So he did an amazing fret job on it that it's just, you can't tell that he did anything to it. It's just fully set up, fully ready to rock, ready to go. This thing plays amazing, and it popped up not too long ago in the market. I hit up the guy who was selling it, and the price seemed really good on it. And then my good friend Jimmy, who I'm sure will watch this video, who lives near me, he hit me up and said, "Hey, did you see this Bones guitar?" And told me it was the real deal, and it's one like his. It's a Christopher Woods, and I needed to jump all over it. The guy didn't want to ship it, so luckily he was really open to shipping it. I told him I would pay him extra to ship it to me, and I got this guitar at a fantastic deal. And the guy who sold it to me was very accommodating and very nice, and he knew that the frets needed some work and it needed to be set up, and he didn't want to go through all that, so he made me a deal on it. Now, I've got time invested in the guitar. My tech obviously had to charge me for setting it up and taking care of some issues on it and getting it back to 100%, playable, rocking condition. And so now it's, a full-blown retail guitar now. But I love this thing. Like I said, if nobody buys it, my heart will not be broken. So just wanted to share this with everybody. I do plan on using this on an upcoming project that I've got, where I really want to use some over-the-top guitars and some stuff that will get some attention. And I think this is probably one of the most iconic guitars ever made. Probably, as far as top 5 guitars ever built, you've got the Ibanez Jim for Steve Vai. You have the N4 for Nuno. You get that Bullseye Les Paul for Zach. And everybody knows this guitar is the George Lynch guitar. So I'm really super stoked to have it. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what it's made out of. I don't know what the wood's made out of. It is all hand carved, and it's all hand painted, and it takes weeks, if not months, to finish one of these. It's just a hand-built work of art, and really super stoked to have it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Thanks.